Talked a lot about multiple sclerosis lately, and you've been hearing a lot about it. You'll be hearing more in coming weeks, in part because the annual Walk MS events are coming up the weekend of April 5th and 6th. I'm joined now by Dawn McCarthy and her daughter Corey, both of Danbury, who shared their story of MS in their lives. Both of you, we've met before. Thank you for coming in. Corey, it started with you, what, 3 years ago? You're 21 years old right now. Tell me what you found out and how you found out.
I started having symptoms when I was 15. I was at my friend's birthday party, and I all of a sudden got really dizzy. I couldn't walk well because I was like stumbling. Everybody thought I was drunk. So I had to go to the emergency room, and they just called it vertigo. They gave me saline in the IV, and they're like, okay, you're good.
Not so much, huh?
No. And then I'm sure I've had other little things within the 2 years, but then I woke up after I graduated high school. I was 17. And I couldn't see while my eyes were jumping. I couldn't focus. I couldn't watch TV, anything like that. That lasted 2 weeks. And then they suspected MS, so they did.
And I understand it is very tough to diagnose. That's one of the things that is so frustrating for those who suffer and those who try to diagnose. Multiple sclerosis, Dawn, or either of you, how would you really briefly describe what is happening in the body when you get multiple sclerosis?
Your immune system is in overdrive. And what it does is it attacks the myelin, which is the protective covering over the nerves
right around the
in your central
column,
nervous
right?
system.
Yeah.
So it can be anywhere up your spinal column and your brain. And once that happens, your nerves are exposed. So when you have an attack or an exacerbation, or as we used to call it, making cupcakes, we didn't like those other words.
Yeah, I noticed your sense of humor about this, which is one of the things I love about the two of you and your other daughter, Chelsea. And by the way, so that myelin, those multiple little tears are called multiple sclerosis, hence the term. Just last August, you found out 3 years ago that you have MS. Just last August on your birthday, what happened?
I was feeling dizzy all summer. I was having spots of pins and needles, and I was thinking with the dizzy, I have a really bad ear infection, or I have a sinus infection, or I just need to find out what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking MS. Corey was thinking MS because she was thinking, gosh, that sounds a lot like the symptoms that I get. So I went to a neurologist, we did an MRI, and boom, happy birthday. You have MS
My
too.
goodness. So you are the MS mother and daughter, but also sisters, so to speak, against this disease. And it can debilitate. You'd never know what to look at or talk with either one of you, but we know that there are people who can't walk because of MS, and their lives are very, very deeply affected on a constant basis, and others like you for whom it's maybe not quite so obvious, and we hope it doesn't get so. But let's talk about the walks coming up. And you guys have quite the spirit and sense of humor about how you go about raising money and so forth. Can you talk about the walk?
We do. We started the year we found out Corey had it. We got a team in for the next year, and I've never done fundraising for anything. And so the response from the people that we invited, the people that Corey and Chelsea went to school with, teachers, and there's some pictures now. We have so much fun on the walk. We have a huge team. And we pump them up beforehand. We have incentives. This year we're giving out scratch-off tickets for certain levels of sponsorship and people getting money.
Cakes.
We're gonna have a custom cake made by me, because I do kind of cakes on the side.
I noticed cakes are, kind of a prevalent theme for you guys.
Yep.
By the way, and your team is called We're With Her.
Yep.
It could be We're With Them now, but you've kept with the We're With Her, so you wear shirts that say We're With Her, and yours says?
Mine says her.
Her. So you're the her of which they speak, of whom they speak. And one of the things I remember from talking with you a couple weeks ago off air was that you would have fun even saying, okay, well, people can donate and pledge to name the little lesions
Yeah, the
that you have.
lesions, like they buy like stars in the constellations.
How many do you have? Do you know?
I don't remember, but it's quite a bit on the brain.
Like
it's
a few
about
dozen,
it's
kind
about almost 30 on
Oh
her
my
brain.
goodness,
She's
wow.
got some on a couple on the cervical spine, a couple on the thoracic spine.
Just means a lot of money if people buy them.
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
make a lot of money.
And one thing you guys also pointed out to me was that it's not just for a cure, but it's about diagnosis, that the money
Absolutely.
needs to be raised for diagnosis and also just for the drug treatment. A lot of people don't have insurance to cover this kind of thing, and an MRI can cost tremendous amounts of money. Or how much was your medication per month?
It's almost 5,000
Per month.
60,000
Just-
per year.
Just to try to mitigate your symptoms. We have to wrap up very shortly here, but I don't want to underestimate or talk about those walks. April 5th and April 6th. There are 12 locations in Connecticut.
There are.
Folks want to meet you guys, they can and pitch in for your team. They can come to where?
Danbury, we're walking
Danbury.
in Danbury. Our team is Team We're With Her. It's show up at about 10 o'clock in the morning because we have new shirts. If
Yeah.
you want to just drop in and not even meet us beforehand, we would welcome you. We have so much fun on the walks. We hang out afterwards. It's a great group that we walk with. We love them. And in 3 years, we've raised so far just under $10,000.
Fantastic. All in the fight against MS. And you know what? So wherever you happen to go, but if you want to meet these
Anywhere.
gals, they're rock stars in my book already. You guys are celebrities. And I'll tell you what, you definitely want to help out in this cause. It's a very uplifting event. Walk MS coming up in early April. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks
You
for
brightened
having
my day
us.
so much. Great to see you again.